Okay, so I've just gathered together a few basic supplies here. If you don't have things that look exactly like this, don't panic. You can use anything to make a sketchbook. In fact, if you already have a sketchbook at home, you can use that too, or an old notebook. But sometimes they're kind of fun to build, so we're going to start there. So what I have here is a piece of scrapbook paper. You don't have to have that. You can just have plain paper if you want. And then I just have some normal copy paper from your printer. You can use any kind of paper you have, even recycled paper or wrapping paper works really well. So I'm going to take a couple of sheets of paper, probably 5 sheets. Let's start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to fold them in half hamburger style. So I'm going to take my 2 corners like this. Put them right to the corners. You can get a buddy to help you do this part if you want to, or a parent. And you're going to seal it really nicely. Sometimes I also like to take a pair of scissors and run them on this edge right here. So this right here can be a great sketchbook just as it is. So if you want to just take a piece of like a paper clip like this and put it like this, or a little clip and put it up here, even just having that much to do is great. Okay, but I'm going to show you a couple of different methods too. So here's my favorite way to keep it all together that's really fast. Do you see that really light folded line down here in the middle? I want you to look at that line. You're going to put down your thumb right there against the edge and make a mark. And then put down your right here and make a mark. So that's about the space, the same space on the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to take my scissors and cut through everything right to that mark. And I'll cut through everything right to that mark. Okay, and then I have all of these things that I can wrap. I can take a rubber band like this, and I can put it in that crack. And that's my super simple sketchbook. You see how fast that was? Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Just like that. Or I can also use some string or some yarn, and I'll show you how to do this. So I'm going to put this in the center, but before I do, I can decide maybe I want to decorate my own cover, or I can use something like this for my cover too. So if I want to do that for my cover, I would just do the same thing. I'll put down my thumb, make a mark, put down my thumb, make a mark. And I cut this paper so that it would be just a little bit larger than my sketchbook paper. So I'm going to cut it right to my mark. Like that. And make sure that my birds are facing forward. And I'm going to put this right in the middle. And I'm going to slide it right into those cracks. And that just really helps it from moving all around. And then I'm going to tie it. You can tie it in a knot or a bow. Sometimes it helps to have a buddy do this. I'm going to tie mine in a knot because I want to show you something fun. Okay, tied it in a knot first and then in a bow. And you're like, well, wait a minute, Mrs. Gray, what if I want to add more papers? What if I have so much fun doing this sketchbook that I want to add more papers than just 5? So that's pretty darn cute, right? So watch this. I'm going to put this aside, and let's say I want to add another paper. I'm going to do the same thing over again. I'll fold this in half. Put down my thumb, make a mark. Thumb, make a mark. I'm going to slide this. And here is where the magic happens. I want to put this inside here without untying this. So watch this. I'm going to fold this like this, but I'm not going to crease it. See how it still has a bubble here? I'm going to slide this under here. I'll take the bottom one and push it up into the crack. Take the bottom one, push it down into the crack. And ta-da! I just added another sketchbook paper. Okay, so that's kind of a bigger size one. You can also fold these in half and make a small size one with a smaller elastic. You can even use hair elastics if you don't have rubber bands at your house. A hair rubber band works great, and that is super simple. Okay, so have so much fun, and I can't wait to see what you are going to fill your sketchbooks with.